she's coming forward. And while she comes, I want to also recognize my newfound friend from the class of 1954, Katie Hare Webb. If she would come forward. I had the opportunity to go to Los Angeles last week, and she invited me to her very spacious house, and we talked as if we've been knowing each other for 50 years. But I wanted to show her some recognition as well. And then the last person I want to recognize is our Toastmaster, Laverne Baxter. Is Peggy Lewis LeComte. If you would come forward. Peggy Lewis LeComte.
Get ready.
Can you stand next to her and I'll get this? Video. Hold on. First.
Now there are two people that I want to recognize as well. And these two people had my back every committee meeting, and I just want to show them my thanks and appreciation. If Janice McDowell would come forward. And this award reads, Lincoln High School Alumni Association of East St. Louis, Certificate of Appreciation presented to Janice McDowell on behalf of your commitment to preserving the legacy of Lincoln High School and the impact you make to remember the life of Coach Earl McDowell Sr. Presented this 18th day of August 2024 during the 3rd Annual Lincoln High School Hall of Fame celebration. Congratulations. And the next person I would like to join me at the lectern is James Ross. And this certificate reads, Lincoln High School Alumni Association of East St. Louis, Certificate of Appreciation presented to James Ross on behalf of your commitment to preserving the legacy of Lincoln High School and the impact you make as a member of the Lincoln High School Alumni Association Executive Board. Presented this 18th day of August 2024 until the 3rd Annual Lincoln High School Hall of Fame celebration.
She is always helping, whether it's the ESL Historical Society, her sorority, her church, the High School Association. Miss Alice Conley Davis for closing remarks. Well, you want to take the snow song first? I jumped a little ahead of myself. Where's there, Lord? Come on up here. I don't remember the words. Coach Lloyd. Okay, there go the words. All right. And Reggie out on the piano. Are y'all ready?
You got it.
Come on.
All right, Lincoln Tigers, we're going to say it like we mean it and mean it like we say it. If you'd be so kind as we get ready to leave, if you would stand. We're going to do Black Baptist Church, shall we stand? The words on the screen. One, two, ready to sing. Hearts from hands shall never be broken, born in Lincoln High. Wars are lasting, welcome spoken, sealed by friendship's high. Lincoln High School, graven on each heart. Shall we find our way through it? We ourselves are. One more time. Lincoln High School. On each heart. Shall we find our way to ring true? We from ourselves are. Give yourselves a hand. Lincoln Tigers!
What's up, man? What's up, dog? How you doing? Good boy, buddy.
Before we leave, just some closing remarks. First, to our illustrious host mistress, our Lincoln High School membership, our visitors, family members, and especially our honorees. Thank you, thank you, thank you for attending our 3rd Hall of Fame induction program. I want to say congratulations to all of our honorees. We know that over the years you have chartered and established a path which can never be broken. We have enjoyed the journey we have traveled this evening. Showcast you, our honorees. You make us all proud. We hope that you, our honorees, will be gratified, stay the course, and continue to serve as role models, touching the lives of others while improving the quality of life, striving to reach the American dream. I want to also extend thanks to this loyal and faithful Lincoln High School Membership Committee for their a success. And in closing, on behalf of the Lincoln School Alumni Association of East St. Louis, Illinois, I extend our gratitude to all of you for your diligent, continuous success and support. May God bless you, and thank you all again for attending, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Before you stand, at each table there is a chair with a number. Take to the chair. If you are the one with that lovely chair, there is a He's a gentleman that we're all so very proud of here in the city of St. Louis. Senior high school boys track team. He's an educator and all-American high school track star in his own right. And former class president who graduated in 1982. He was recently honored as the renowned Illinois High School Association Coach of the Year. He was Lincoln Lord.
Good to us to be this quiet. Good evening. Yes, on behalf of the Lincoln Senior High School Alumni Association and from every Tiger and Tigerette from all over the world, we welcome you to the 3rd annual Lincoln Senior High School Alumni Association Hall of Fame celebration. To our honorees, our distinguished guests, dignitaries, local and state officials, alumni, family, and friends, we say welcome. In 1998, our historic and illustrious school closed, but it was never about the building. It has always been and forever will be about those tigers that occupied that building. Me, you, your children, your parents, your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, your neighbors, your families, your uncles, your sisters, your siblings, we all love Lincoln Senior High School. And I just need to ask you, are there any tigers in the house? in yellow. That's why we continue to sing daily our school song with pride. Our strong banner shall never be broken, formed at Lincoln High. And in 2021, through blood, sweat, and tears, the Lincoln High School Alumni Association was formed and forged forward with determination to keep our rich history alive. Can we say thank you to our Lincoln Alumni Association? So tonight, in keeping with that rich tradition of excellence, we have come to celebrate, honor, and induct 8 distinguished Lincoln Senior High School graduates who have made major contributions in their respective fields on the state, regional, national, and international levels. We welcome them tonight into Lincoln Alumni Association Class of 2024 Hall of Fame. We are proud of them all and all of their accomplishments. So tonight, this is going to be an epic celebration. Sit back, relax, and like tigers always do, roar with joy.
And that's what you call love. Thank you, Coach Floyd. I'm glad that he made sure that everybody in the room knows where you are and why you are where you are. We're now going to go to a more serious part of our program. This year of 2024 has been blessed yet challenging. We've had to say farewell to many family members and friends whom we loved dearly. To remember those tigers that roar no more, we're calling for our former Lincoln educator in the person of Mrs. Johnny May Riley Ashford, a Lincoln High School graduate of the class of 1965. I know she's in the room, but I don't see her coming this way. There she is, Mrs. Johnny May Ashford. Please receive her.
Good evening to all the Tigers, Tigerettes, friends, and guests. I take this time to thank Mr. Reginald Riddle Young, the committee, and the Lincoln High School Alumni Association for the opportunity to speak to you this evening. I am a graduate of Lincoln Senior High School, January class of 1965. I taught at the Lincoln Senior High School for 28 years. May we have a moment of silence to remember our fellow Tigers and Tigerettes who are no longer with us. In memory of all the Black men and women who had the faith and wisdom to organize a school for Black children in a Black Baptist church on Brady Avenue, and who struggled to educate the Black children of East St. Louis. We say thank you. We remember you. The schools were in several locations. The Black school was located in a blacksmith shop off of Rock Road. In 1886, Lincoln, it wasn't Lincoln then, it was located at 6th and St. Louis Avenue. A school for Black children was built and completed and became known as Lincoln High School. From there, in 1909, Lincoln Polytechnic High School moved to 10th and Broadway. In 1949, Lincoln High School moved to 1211th Bond Avenue. With its last graduating class, graduating June 24, 1998. The doors closed as a high school. Let your mind and memory go back in time and remember your classmates by their names, moms and dads, brothers, sisters, cousins, friends, teachers, and all those who mentored you and helped to make you the men and women you are today. We cannot call their names because there are thousands of roaring tigers and tigerettes who walked the halls and grounds of a place we called Lincoln. No one person is Lincoln. We are all Lincolnites. Lincoln is a family and everyone plays a part. Tigers roared, and some tigers roared louder than others. All tigers and tigerettes contributed to the betterment of mankind and has left footprints in the sands of time for us to follow. There is something different about being a Lincoln Tiger. We greet each other when we meet. The tiger's blood flows through our veins. We have love for one another. We have memories of the veterans' names on the monument in Lincoln Park who fought in the Vietnam War. Names such as Larry Berry, Eddie Wheatfall, Joseph Pennell, Aaron Powell, and Joe Ware. They were Lincoln Tigers who gave the ultimate sacrifice. We salute all the Tigers that have gone on before us. We cherish their precious memories. They made their mark in the East St. Louis community and the world. Today, we remember every student, faculty, staff member that ever stepped inside the majestic doors. A place called Lincoln will never be forgotten, and neither will the people that called Lincoln High School home. Again, we say thank you. We remember you, and we will cherish your memory forever. Thank you.
And Ms. Asher, we thank you. And it gives me a chance, since I'm standing here at the mic, to say to those in the room, I admonish you to give the flowers to your family members and your favorite people now while they can smell them, enjoy them, and appreciate them. You know, we remember those tigers who roar no more. This year is rapidly coming to a close, and it marks a milestone for many classes, 70 years, 60 years, 50, 40, 30 years. While calling your names, I invite you to make your way to the podium. For the class of 1954, we will hear from Katie Hare-Webb. The class of 1964, Hall of Famer Judge Milton S. Wharton. Vivian Gaines for the class of 74, and Ms. Roberta Moore, class of 1994. Give all of them a round of applause. You know, in the church we say obedience is better than sacrifice. If you don't know what that means, talk to your pastor. Thank you. Good evening. I am so pleased to be here, to be anywhere, because in 1954, I was 16. I could run, jump, hop, skip, and even do the twist. But now, as you can see, I need help to do many of the things. So my 2 minutes will be to introduce, and I'm honored to have this opportunity to introduce the class of 1954. With those who are here from the 1954, please stand or raise your hand. The 1954 graduates will never forget the foundation that was laid for us and given to us at Lincoln High School. Our principal, Ross Miller, and our assistant principal, Albert Moore, all the dedicated teachers, the outstanding coaches, the librarian staff, the cafeteria staff, everyone who provided for us the foundation that we had at Lincoln High School. We will never forget the dedication, the inspiration that we received from being at Lincoln High School. So this day, I'd like to say, we, the 1954 class, salute the Lincoln High School Alumni Association for presenting this Hall of Fame. We are very proud of the work that the alumni is doing, and we are happy to say tonight that we would like to congratulate all of the honorees who are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I'd like to say, with 1 second left, that my brother, I would like for you to know that the Harris family would like to present to the Lincoln High School Alumni Association a check for $1,000 to pass the legacy of Lincoln High School. To God be the glory. Reggie is coming.
Yeah, I like your take. On behalf of the Lincoln High School class of 1964, I bring you greetings. I'd like to add a little bit to the wonderful history that Johnny Ashford gave us. 149 years ago, Captain John Robinson and a group of civic leaders got together and protested the horrible conditions that our children were being educated on in the facilities. Captain Robinson led a group of black kids into a white school and refused to move. And he told him unless something was done, he was going to stay there. Unless something was done, he was going to stay there. There was nearly a riot. Bloodshed was threatened. But out of this impetus, we had the creation of Lincoln School and later Lincoln High School. It was an institution, more than just a high school. It was an educational plan created by us, for us, and with us. Make no mistake about that. 70 years ago, the United States Supreme Court decided Brown versus the Board of Education. An important decision because it did away with the old concept of separate but equal that came from the case of Plessy versus Ferguson. But it's very hard to render a decision that includes every situation. Our Supreme Court said separate educational facilities were inherently unequal. There was nothing unequal about the education we received at Lincoln Senior High School. Dr. Parks, my senior English teacher, I can attest to the fact that we had excellence. Miss Gloria Campbell White, we had excellence. There was no acceptance of the low par, either behavior or academic performance. So at this time, I want to commend both the Hall of Fame Committee for carrying on memories of the tradition of Lincoln, and probably more important, as has been alluded to, the memories of our ancestors who struggled to establish this institution that is our duty to keep it viable and remembered. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening to everyone in their respective places. My name is Vivian Gaines White, and many people call me by that name Tepper. I graduated from East St. Louis Senior High School on June 5, 1974. Last weekend, my classmates and I had an opportunity and a blessing of God to celebrate 50 years of high school. I mean, what our wings are for. Words would never be enough to express the joy, the laugh, the tears, and the smiles we had put on each other's faces to celebrate. I'm gonna go back. In 1971, I went to Lincoln that September as a sophomore. And 72, when we started the school year, there were no sophomores. They were gonna phase the school out. But what I'm hearing, the school lasted a little while longer. I said they closed the doors in 1998. Our guest speaker for our occasion was none other than Miss Funk, Miss Edna Funk. Our assistant principal during that time, and we honored her last week, was Miss Eldora Love Acker. The thing is, she spent the whole 71 and 74 school years with us. The respect and the love goes without saying. In the school year, I come from the north part of the city to the south end. And when I walked in that door, many people stopped calling me. They forgot my name was Vicky. All my classmates started calling me Taylor. How that happened, I don't even know. As we celebrated last week, I noticed in the room, there were a lot of things going on. People with walkers, people with wheelchairs. Some of us couldn't see. I could barely walk. I had to wear tennis shoes. But it's not a sign of going on. That's a sign of living. We have been living these past 50 years, and God has blessed us. I was not elected the president of the class, nor was I an officer in that class. But for the last 50 years, God blessed me and used me to be a leader of my classmates. of the qualities I think that class that people should use as leaders are empathy, compassion, humility, confidence, accountability, transparency, creativity, delegation, interrogation, and perseverance. Perseverance is an obstacle that most leaders have to observe, because when you work, you have to work hard, and it takes more than just yourself. You have to go beyond what is expected of you. And last but not least, God gave me a vision, and I take nothing for granted. I want to praise God and whom my blessings flow. I'm always amazed by God's grace and His mercy, because can't nobody do it like Jesus. And as I take my seat, I would like to thank Reginald and the committee and the alumni committee for the invite. And I'll be remiss if I didn't acknowledge my classmates who were on the committee for the 50th year reunion, and they were me, Vivian James White, the chairperson, Tony Harris, the co-chair, Mary Strawman Love, Dorothy Norris Rice, Jason Travis, Watson Watts, Pauline Cole Brown, Michelle Lewis Patterson, Gwendolyn Crummy McGee, Alma Dean Hicks, Cynthia Hilliard, Diana Lee Hubbard, Ronald Thompson, Clark Waters, Sharon Cole Wilson, Deborah Hogan Rogers, and Deborah Ward. And most of all, I thank all of you for listening in. Be blessed.
I'm not a speaker for it. Thank you for inviting us, Reginald. Lincoln class of 94 standing up, 2 of us, 3 of us. Thanks for coming. On the 19th of last month, we celebrated 30 years. And the experience of Lincoln was amazing. I was the only person out of my family that actually graduated from college. Graduated from high school. I'm the only one that went to high school out of 6 kids. So I thank Lincoln and the educators that work with us and made me the person that I am today. Our principals was amazing, our teachers was amazing. We enjoyed one another. Last month, I got at least 150 classmates to come out between all 3 days, which was amazing. Just being here is amazing. This is my first one, and hopefully not my last. I really thank you for inviting us, and thanks for coming, classmates, and you guys have a blessed night.
We certainly want to thank those who represented their classes. And now we are down to the part that we're all so excited about. Just can't hold our peace. We have come now to the induction of the 2024 Lincoln High School Hall of Fame. Our illustrious president of the association is going to come. And first, I got a whole script up here. You know how Reggie is. He made sure I had every word down. Our first Hall of Famer, Dr. John Players. Give him a round of applause. To the video, our videographer is Dr. Tiffany Lee, and I'm going to give her the mic so that you'll be able to hear the video.
advancing his education has always been his goal. So Bless enrolled into Vanderbilt University and earned a PhD in clinical psychology. Dr. Bless has had a stellar career in education. He has been inducted into the Academy of Excellence at McKendree, taught at Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri, and ended his career at Middle Tennessee State University in the Department of Psychology after serving 19 years as professor of psychology. Dr. Bless is so honored that the university named a distinguished honor in his name. Since 1997, the university presents annually the John Bless Faculty Award. This award honors a Black faculty member who has demonstrated excellence in teaching, research, and service. The recognition ceremony occurs during African American History Month. Dr. Bless was also elected to the Outstanding Service in Education at McKendree College for his dedication to the field of higher education. Dr. Bless has been the recipient of numerous honors and citations. He published his first book on walking in 1981. When he was 45 years of age, he walked 100 miles in 24 hours. As an active walker, he has started walking groups in Nashville. He is currently working on publishing his memoir, where 30% of the book will feature him growing up in East St. Louis and his pursuit of higher education. In his spare time with the President of he volunteers at the Nashville Symphony and the Nashville Art Museum. He enjoys being the father and grandfather of 7. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. John Bless.
Dr. Bless. So I recently read an article that talked about the field of clinical psychology evolving. It used to be older white men in the field. Now, according to this article, women are emerging as a clinical psychologist. Do you agree with this trend? And where do you see the field going in the future?
Yes, I agree with this trend. And there are also more African American women getting involved in psychology, maybe at the master's level and at the PhD level. So this is very good. The trend is toward children more work with our youth. We need to get a much earlier start. So they are getting involved in starting early intervention, counseling, etc. So that's a trend that's going to continue. I'm sorry about the guys being left behind, but women are taking over. And that's good. That's good.
How do you feel you've made a difference in the lives of the many students over the years as a professor?
Well, I first have to start with the scholarship program. My family started a scholarship program for Lincoln High School graduates. One scholarship for $1,000. And over a 25-year period, we gave out 35 $1,000 scholarships. And today, in this room, I had 3 of the recipients of that scholarship. One young man, he's not that young, but told me that he received the John Players Family Award for $1,000. He used that $1,000 to go to the University of Illinois. He had his bachelor's degree, and he received a PhD years later, and is very active in doing the same thing for others.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1956 Hall of Famer, Dr. John Bless.
The next Hall of Fame inductee is Hall of Famer Dr. Gary Watkins. We call him Hero at the high school, because that's where we was from. Basketball star extraordinaire. Please, your attention toward the video.
Gary Watkins, MD, is a native of Cairo, Illinois, and a 1963 graduate of Lincoln High School. After graduation, Watkins attended a pre-med program at Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville and later transferred to McHenry Medical College in Nashville, earning a doctorate of medicine. After Watkins had other choices to advance his education because his parents instilled him to work hard and follow his dreams. Both his mother and father graduated from HBCUs. Dr. Watkins completed his residency in ophthalmology at former G. Phillips Hospital, St. Louis, following a fellowship in ophthalmologic pathology at Washington University. He earned the American Board of Ophthalmologists certification. He currently holds licensure in the states of Missouri, Illinois, and Georgia. Dr. Watkins joined the United States Army Reserve during the Vietnam era as a second lieutenant in the Medical Corps, serving in the 25th Combat Support Hospital. Served for 8 years from 1980 and separated as a lieutenant colonel. During his medical career, Dr. Watkins has performed and supervised over 340 hours of physical examinations for entrance to all military branches. He was selected by the United States Military Enlistment Processing Command headquarters as the subject matter expert for all ophthalmological concerns and the master trainer for newly assigned chief medical officers and field-based providers. Dr. Watkins has been recognized with distinguished honors such as being named Chief Medical Officer of the Year, Joint Meritorious Unit Award, and Outstanding Civilian of the Year. His service in the field of medicine has been outstanding. His degree in medicine has allowed him to serve in private practice as an ophthalmologist for over 40 years. He has been credited with saving the life of one of his patients. Dr. Watkins' past appointments have consisted of clinical instruction for the Department of Ophthalmology at St. Louis University. As president of the St. Louis Ophthalmological Society of the American Medical Association, as president of the Mound City Medical Society of the National Medical Association, and as president of the Missouri State and Medical Society of National Medical Association. Dr. Watkins is a charter member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity in Edwardsville and its first president. He is married to Karen Watkins, and they are the parents of 2 adult children. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Gary Watkins.
Dr. Watkins, leadership, service, and advocacy. What does that mean to you?
Means everything. So, can you hear me? Yeah. It means everything and giving back to where I come. This is a wonderful award. To be recognized by your own, your people. I love East St. Louis, love Lincoln High School. I love Carroll. My parents loved Carroll. We were running from the racism down there in Southern Illinois. Came to East St. Louis, and it was like in Black Panther, Wakanda. Beautiful school, excellent teachers, Dr. Parks, it was just outstanding. And SIU was right down there where Rock Junior High, that was where the old SIU campus was, where I met my lovely wife in high school at Lincoln. That's why I love Lincoln. She's here with me. Son, Gary Watkins II, Gary Watkins III, grandson. This all came about coming to Lincoln. If I hadn't come to Lincoln, I wouldn't be sitting here. Great teachers. When I left East St. Louis, it just exploded. I knew everything as a basis to go further. So the leadership Lincoln gave me just keeps going on, keeps going on.
Now, I read your bio, and it's very comprehensive. Is there any particular award or recognition that holds near and dear to your heart?
Quite frankly, this one. Being something coming from your people means more. And seeing my brothers in red out there, my Kappa brothers. But coming from your own, recognized by your own. So that's the most important award.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Gary Watkins, the first.
Class of June 1963. Yeah! All right. Hall of Famer, Mr. the Honorable Calvin Dye, Sr., Corner, State of Illinois. His time at this time, ladies and gentlemen. Call your attention to the video.
Calvin Dye, Sr. is a 1967 graduate of Lincoln High School. After leaving Lincoln, he obtained coursework at State Community College in St. Louis, Southwest District of Illinois College, Illinois Area College. He later enrolled into Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, earning a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Studies. He has spent the majority of his
made a major impact on your development in your profession, either as law enforcement or in the role as a coroner?
What I learned mostly coming through District 189 in education, specifically in high school and in junior high school, was that the acceptance of the teachers that we had there that was very interested in us getting a well-rounded education. Some of the teachers specifically I'd like to name, and I know she's here, I saw her earlier, was Miss Peggy LeCompte. She was first out of college, I think. She was my English teacher at Hughes Square. And she was very, very hard. She wasn't an easy teacher. But once you get out of high school and graduate, you realize that those were the teachers that was concerned about you. The ones that let you got away and play around in class. I did a lot of that. Those, they weren't quite as concerned about your future as the ones that was always on you to make sure you get your work done. But I have no complaints, no regrets of my education through the District 189 educational system.
What makes you feel happy or appreciated?
What makes me feel happy and appreciated, first of all, my great family, stand up guys. It was my son over here, Calvin Knight Jr., my daughter, Yolanda, the other people on the next table, stand up back there, boy, you guys. They are all on my committee with the coroner's office that helps with me on all of my elections and fundraisers. So thanks to them. And also, what makes me happy is that the things that I can do for other people. Specifically, I know if you notice on the screen there, it's written about the youth. I try to do as much as I can for the youth because, you know, it's hard. I know I was raised without a father. So I like to try to be a father to as many youth as I can, and I try to show them integrity, you know, and you know, integrity and character goes together. And if I show them integrity, I gotta act right when I'm not, when they don't see me. So that's part of your character. So you have to always try to walk the straight path and try to do things right. And that's the most important thing that I learned as an adult. And I try to instill in my kids and all the other youth that I know. And most of the people here know me or I know them. So I like to say this is a wonderful, wonderful award. As you can see, I had 50 to 100 awards and accommodations throughout my career with the state police with St. Clair County. Went all the way to Canada to receive a Canada award. But this award I'm going to receive tonight is the most important award in my life.
Law enforcement has really changed over the years to 2024. How do you sum that up?
It has really changed. I came into the law enforcement field in 1975, and that was the first. I was in the first class of the state police that brought in females. And since then, if you look around, especially if you look like to the state fair, or up to the convention that they have in Chicago, the Democratic Convention. My son happened to be working it, but he came down to be with me, so he got to rush back for tomorrow. But anyway, you would see probably as many females working as law enforcement officers, with state police, with Chicago PD, with the FBI, with the Secret Service. You're going to see as many females. That's one of the biggest changes it has changed. The other big change it has made is that now it's so hard to recruit anyone to come into law enforcement because in today's society, too many police officers has gotten in trouble. I'll be the first to say there's bad in everything. I'll be the first to say there are some bad police officers, like there's bad in anything else. But look at us, 99% of the police officers are good guys. So we have to stick with them. But now all your department has basically went from a college degree down to a 2-year degree to try to recruit. It's hard. My son was a recruiter. It's very hard to recruit anybody that become a police officer. The last state police class, I think they ran one with only 3 people. St. Louis City used to run their classes, would have over 100. The last they ran, they had 13. They just can't find anybody. So if you want good law enforcement officers, try to encourage them and try to obey them when they stop you instead of asking them to call your supervisor. Ask them to give you a break. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Hall of Famer, Calvin Dye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next Hall of Famer is none other than Ms. Linda Galloway. Please watch the video of Ms. Linda.
Linda R. Galloway, a 1977 graduate of Lincoln High School, began her career in media communications by serving the religious community as public relations director for the youth department of a mainstream organization in the 70s. Galloway graduated from Southern Illinois University at Edwardsville, obtaining a bachelor's in speech communications with a minor in business administration and a specialization in public relations. She also holds an associate's degree in Christian Studies and a BA in Christian Ministry from the Shore Foundation Theological Institute. She has received further leadership training from her mentor and longtime friend, Dr. Lord D.J. Galloway spent time in Dallas, where her radio career took off. Upon her return to the St. Louis area, she landed employment at the former WESL 1490 AM and later joined the KSTL Jubilee 690 AM family in October 1994. In radio, Galloway served as operations director, chief board operator, and host of the public affairs show, Let's Take Action. Since June 1st, 2014, she has served in several capacities, filling the gap wherever she was needed at KSTL, including as the operations manager and morning show host. Galloway views her role at the radio station as a representative of Christ and a witness to her colleagues in the youth organizations she comes in contact with. As an ordained elder, Galloway is actively involved in community empowerment and has served on the steering committee as a facilitator for Girls Holla Back, a federal and local collaboration to educate young females between the ages 10 through 15 regarding HIV, AIDS, and substance abuse. Galloway is an accomplished public speaker, MC, and conducts various workshops and seminars for both religious and secular communities. She serves as an administrative ministry consultant, event planner, charter member of Preacher Woman, and support organization for women in ministry. And because of her community, civic, and religious affairs in the metropolitan area, she was presented the 2023 Living Legend Award from Pastor John P. King. Galloway is the founder and executive director of Look and Live Ministries. She is a member of Bread of Life Christian Church in St. Louis and has worked closely with Pastor Elder Adrian Boyd, serving as a former executive director of the Family Enrichment Program, the 501c3 arm of Bread of Life Christian Church. Ladies and gentlemen, Linda R. Galloway.
Linda Galloway, you've had an illustrious career. How would you describe your success?
The success I've had is because of Jesus. It's because of Jesus. And growing up in East St. Louis and participating in School District 189, junior high school speech club and competitions, Lincoln Senior High School and the Upward Bound program, continuing to be in contact with Lincoln through the music programs. It's nothing but God, that's all I can say.
So is it one particular memory attending Lincoln that you're most fond of?
Something that really, actually there are two, that really blessed my heart is when I was going into the 11th grade and I was in Miss, Lord, her name just escaped me, but I was in her class and how she just took me under her wings and just blessed me and talked with me and helped me through some things I was going through. And the other thing was working with Mr. Brown with the choir and that type of participation. And I remember many other teachers, some of them are here, Miss Former and some others that really encouraged me. And I still remember those Lincoln days.
Ladies and gentlemen, Linda R. Galloway, 2024 Hall of Famer.
Miss Linda Galloway. Next, ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer Al Frederick, better known as Al Joyner, could not be with us this afternoon, but Tiffany tells me that she does have the video and the award will be given to him from the committee. So let's give him a round of applause and watch his video.
He was ranked top 10
very fitting that right behind one great athlete, we call up another great athlete, Hall of Famer, Dr. Deborah A. Powell. Turn our attention to the video. Maestro over here.
Dr. Powell, how did you silence your critics that a woman cannot be elected the first mayor of the city?
I can recall my husband, the late Frank Childress, and I, we ran the ESL Daily News, and we had Channel 13. And we had a live talk show called Voices of the People. And a man called in on the show and says, I hate to say this to you, But here in Dodge City needs a Matt Dillon, not a Miss Kitty. And you know what I fired back saying? Crystal McIntosh was there. I said, Miss Kitty was the business person of Dodge City. So they had a whole lot of nerve. You know, it's just amazing when you really look at life. You just tell it like it is. Women have been the business women of the family forever. We handle things forever. And I just simply reminded them, we've been doing business. Now let me just do it for more people.
So out of all of your accomplishments, do you have any regrets?
To be very candid with you all, if I wanted to complain about something, I would have to make up something. God has been too good for me. You can't live with regret. You live with celebration. You live with appreciation. You live on the shoulders of the people of East St. Louis. You take East St. Louis wherever you go. You talk about our strong band that should never be broken. You talk about coming around the corner after winning a state championship and the whole city is out there cheering you on. And then you talk about a man like Pete Howard, who helped start everything. You know, my brother Shorty Powell is out there. He had the Dipsy Doodle in the Jackie Robinson Core League, and then my brother Bang, Chico, if you just threw a ball short getting to first base, he'd do the split and he'd just catch the ball. And then you talk about the Nino Benoist, the Eric Lloyds, the Earl McDowells. You talk about all of these great people. You can't help but not complain about anything. Look at the alumni. We are a powerful people. People don't understand what it means to have blood, sweat, and tears running through your veins. They don't understand who we are. We are Lincoln Senior High School, second to none in the nation. So I'm proud. I have no complaints and no regrets.
How has being an athlete impacted your confidence to win in life?
That's interesting because I remember when I was running for the city council for the second time, I was 500 votes behind the late Willie Reese, and you had the Central Democratic Committee, they were split. Half of them were running with Eddie Jackson, and the other half with former Mayor Gordon Bush's ticket, and there I was running with the people, trusting God to work through the people. And I was 500 votes behind after the primary. And I remember walking into City Hall, and this man yells, "Deborah!" And I turned around. He says, "Remember, you are a thoroughbred." I said, "You know what? I am a thoroughbred. I'm 50 meters behind in a mile-week relay. I'm getting ready to walk them down." That gave me the courage. I had to just remember who I was. And so I got out there, I was knocking on doors. It was so cold outside while they were resting on their laurels. I'm out there knocking those doors. And this one lady comes to the door. And she says, "Baby, what are you doing out here? It's cold." I said, "Ma'am, I'm 500 votes behind. I need every vote that I can get." And she says, "You know what? I didn't vote for you the first time." She says, "But I'm going to vote for you now because you are out here knocking on doors." That's what it means to have blood, sweat, and tears running through your veins. That's what it means to be a champion. That's what it means to be from East St. Louis, the city of champions. We know who we are. We know that we stand on the shoulders of greatness. And we want to shove that forward so everybody can let our light just shine bright in all of their lives while we pass it forward to all who we come in contact with. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Deborah A. Powell, Hall of Famer.
Church at the Gateway Center. All right, Sister Deborah. We're switching from great athletes to great musicians. Our next Hall of Famer is Mr. Reginald J. Thomas. Turn your attention to the video, Reggie Thomas.
Oslo, Senegal, Sydney, Toronto, Trinidad, and Warsaw. As a recording artist, Thomas has appeared as a leader or co-leader on 4 recordings. The most recent, Matters of the Heart with his wife, was released in March 2015 and follows previous recordings, Fade to Blue, Standard Time, and 4. Recordings as a side band include Clay Jenkins, Yellow Flowers, After, and Azure Eyes, Kim Richmond's Ballads, Inner Spirit, and the MSU Professors of Jazz, Better Than All Right. From 2004 until 2016, he served as a clinician and education consultant for Jazz at Lincoln Center, working with the Essentially Ellington program in the Band Director Academy. Thomas remains active with some of the top institutions in jazz and music education, including recent travel to South Africa to serve as a juror for the 14th UNICEF International Piano Competition. Since 2018, he has served as the ensemble coach for NYO Jazz Orchestra, a national youth jazz orchestra created by the Wheel Music Institute at Carnegie Hall. He teaches for their summer music educators workshops as well. Since 2011, he has worked with the Herbie Hancock Institute of Jazz, serving as accompanist for the Thelonious Monk International Jazz Competition. He has directed all state jazz bands, combos, and jazz choirs in Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky, Maine, South Dakota, and Tennessee. He also directed the first ever Missouri All-College Jazz Band. Thomas has been awarded the Excellence in the Arts Award from the Greater St. Louis Arts Education Council and was named in Riverfront Times Best of St. Louis as Best Jazz Artist. He holds a BA in Music Education from Western Illinois University and a Master of Music Education from SIUE. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Reggie Thomas.
Reggie, our paths go way back. From Lafayette Elementary School to Lincoln High School to Western Illinois University. So I've been knowing you for over 55 years and I'm only 45. So I don't know how that math adds up. I remember when we were in the choir at Lafayette. Do you remember that? And I just believe in my spirit that had I stayed connected to you somehow, I would be traveling all over the world to Africa and all these other places that I can't even pronounce. But what has been the driving force for you to continue in the path and lead you to where you are today?
Before I answer that, can we first just thank Reggie Riddle and the committee for having the foresight to even put this together. As has been said by the prior honorees, to be acknowledged by your own means a lot. It really means a lot. We go back to elementary school. Who would have thunk that we would be sitting here together? Driving force, you know, I'm this shy kid, always have been, still am to my core. That is the truth. That found my ability. I guess what made the difference is when you find that your ability is connected to a purpose. And when you can shine in your ability and it brings others forward. There's a young man who brought his keyboard here tonight, who reached out to me on social media at one time just to share his videos with me and say, you're the reason that I even got into music because of time that I had with you at Pilgrim Rest Missionary Baptist Church. So it really has been following the path that my ability has created, but that has allowed me to realize that that ability has a higher purpose that it can be used for.
40 years ago, we had some great memories attending Lincoln. Is there one that really sticks out in your mind? Because I believe you were number 3 in the class? 10, top 10, and I think I was number 11.
I have so many memories from back then, and before I say that, I do want to say I'm sorry that I have to speak after Deborah Powell because that was so dynamic, and I don't think I even have that many decibels inside of me, so I'll do the best I can. But memories at Lincoln, there's one that I wrote about that happened in 1981. And it was when these 2 dynamic band directors and music teachers, Michael Dupart and Ron Carter, they took a bunch of kids who had not been playing music long, definitely hadn't been playing jazz long. That was our sophomore year, and y'all remember Lincoln was not 9 to 12, but 10 to 12th grade. So it was our first year of high school. A couple of things happened. At the end of that year, our band did a tour of Europe. My first time ever going on an airplane was to travel to Europe and to tour in Amsterdam and Belgium. So that was a wonderful experience that really opened my eyes and broadened my thinking. The other was to go into a recording studio, playing music that we had barely an understanding of, but were expected to excel in doing. They were expecting greatness for us. And really just creating opportunities for us to be the first of many to come through that high school and through that amazing program. I wasn't in the first group of the jazz band, but I was very early on, and realizing from that point how we were setting standards for the next group to come and creating opportunities for the next people to come.
Now, let me afford you the opportunity to make any breaking news right here at the Lincoln High School Alumni Hall of Fame celebration. Any breaking news?
Well, I guess because it wasn't on the video, maybe that might be the breaking news that you were talking about, that I just retired from 34 years of college teaching. I can't believe it. And everybody keeps saying, well, you're too young to be retired. Well, I'm not retired. I'm retired from academia. I'm retired from having to show up to that faculty meeting that's getting ready to happen in 2 days at 8:30. I'm retired from those committee meetings. But I'm still very much involved in performing, in teaching. As a matter of fact, I just returned from, I was just actually on the road the past 3 days performing. We just got back last night. Last week, I had returned to the country and gone straight to Door County for Birch Creek Music Academy, where I've been teaching since 1987, and did a concert series there and some teaching there. And the day that I drove to Birch Creek, I was returning from a 2-week tour in South Africa with the National Youth Jazz Ensemble, who had just completed a 2-week tour there, performing in Johannesburg and Durban and Cape Town, and that was on the heels of their Carnegie Hall debut performance. So I'm still involved in doing a lot. The other thing that's maybe not breaking news for you all, but it's really exciting for me, is the fact that I have just moved back to the area after having left to go to Michigan State and then on to Northern Illinois University. So I'm excited to be back here and looking forward to working on some projects here as well. I've been in touch with Lauren Parks, and we're going to make sure that we're doing some things with the House of Miles. I have a residency coming up with Jazz St. Louis, where we're going to be going out into schools for a week and culminating in a performance at Jazz St. Louis, and Music at the Intersection coming up, where we're going to be featuring other Lincoln alums, including Terry Gully on drums, Anthony Wiggins on trumpet. Yeah, it's going to be there. Lincoln by extension, only because there was no Lincoln at the time that he graduated, but Carlos, I can't even think of Jumbo, Carlos Brown, thank you. Carlos Brown from Eastside. And we're going to be performing and talking about jazz music from the East Side. So not just the St. Louis area, but specifically from the East Side. So there's a lot of good stuff coming up. I hope to see you.
You heard it right here at the Lincoln High School Alumni Association Hall of Fame celebration. Breaking news from Reginald Jerome Thomas, 2024 Hall of Fame.
I want to thank all of you for being such a wonderful audience. You know, usually there's whispering and talking and stuff going on, and people are trying to see what's happening up here. Y'all have just been wonderful. Give yourselves a round of applause. Hall of Famer Henry Ballard Jr. This award is being given posthumously. Please direct your attention to the video.
Mr. Henry Ballard, who is being honored posthumously, is a 1967 graduate of Lincoln High School. He served in the United States Navy from 1967 until 1971, and would later become active in the Navy Reserve from 1980 until 1984. During his time in the military, he was stationed in 8 countries. Ballard loved his family and was a father of 3, grandfather of 11, and great-grandfather of 4. He was a devout member of True Life Baptist Church, East St. Louis, JC's, Federal Chapter of Blacks in Government, local operating engineers, and veterans of Foreign War, VFW. Homes 3480 in East St. Louis, where he served as commander for over 10 years. Ballard was successful in his efforts to raise $10,000 for personal and corporate donations to erect a 10-foot high marble and granite monument that pays tribute to veterans killed and those missing in the Vietnam War. He is also responsible for a bronze plaque located at the Kennedy Hall State Office building in downtown St. Louis. Ballard wore his orange and black as a badge of honor and represented Lincoln High School with a deep commitment to service others. His personal belief was to change things in St. Louis, which means you must start with your neighborhood block and service to the community is the best part of life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is in the honor of Mr. Henry Ballard.
Mr. Ballard Jr.'s award is being received by his daughter, Sonia Spruill. The memory of him lives on in the hearts of his family, friends, and all the lives that he touched serving his country. Another round of applause for Henry Ballard Jr. And won't you continue to clap your hands as we pay homage to all of our 2024 Hall of Fame inductees. Mr. Larry Colvin could not be with us this evening, but we're going to be treated by a special selection from one of our Hall of Famers. Reggie is going to come and do an instrumental rendition for us in place of Larry Colvin to honor all of our Hall of Famers. Take it away, Maestro.
I have to elicit a little help. I can't do this by myself, but a song that I think will honor not just our honorees, but everyone here. I'm going to ask my wife, Margaret, to come up and perform for you, Here's to Life.
We get a double whammy, y'all. How about that?
Congratulations to all of you. It's so beautiful that you've shared your lives, that you paid it forward, because those are just seeds and they're planted and they turn into trees and they feed the next generation. No complaints and no regrets. I still believe in chasing dreams and placing bets. And I have learned that all you give is all you get. So give it all you've got. I've had my share, I drank my fill, and even though I'm satisfied, I hunger still to see what's down another road beyond the hill, and do it all again. So here's to life and all the joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. Funny how the time just flies, how life can go from warm hellos to sad goodbyes, and leave you with the memories you've memorized to keep your winters warm. For there's no yes to yesterday. Who knows
joy it brings. Here's to life, to dreamers and their dreams. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. May all your storms be weathered, and all that's good get better. Here's to life, here's to love, here's to you. Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara and Reggie Thomas. Thank you. Thank you.
We're just about to come to the close of our program. I do have to say a few words about how important it is for all of us to become members of the Lincoln High School Alumni Association. On the back of your program, I think I counted about 54 names. That's not nearly enough. Some of the reasons why you need to become a member: to continue to remember the legacy of Lincoln Senior High School, that would be number one. To maintain alumni relationships through various modes of communication, reunions, locating alumni, acquire a building to house all of the memorabilia, and to raise funds through membership dues, events, and other activities in order to support what the Lincoln Senior High School Alumni Association's mission is. So, there you are. See any member of the committee, and while I'm saying committee, we definitely want to offer our thanks to all of the members of the committee, and Reggie is going to take care of that a little bit later. As I bring him to the podium, he is the creator of the Hall of Fame celebration. She's the same for every time. You never know where you're going to find this
Thank you. Let's give our Toastmasters a hard action. When I call your name, the committee, would you please come forward? Ellis Conley Davis, Tiffany Lee, Tina Fry, Dewana Chapman Palmer, Sherelle McNeil, Thomas Hood Jr., Jerry Enlow, Marina C. Howard, Joel Burge, James Ross, Barbara Warren, and Janice McDowell. Would you please come forward? I want to thank the committee that worked so tirelessly with me in this endeavor. And I went and got just a little gift, just to say thank you. and I hope you like it. So, let's give the committee a great big hand.
It's good.